Welcome to Start You Up. 45 minutes to re-energize your body, to reconnect with your soul, and to reinvigorate your mind. Welcome wherever you are. Bo knows as soon as the tripod comes out that he's supposed to, there. Now he's off to get a treat. I want to take a nice deep breath and just feel into your body. Thank your human for being here. Just get that oxygen flowing. So we're going to start with energy zesting. Reconnect your energy, kind of bring the cells alive and start feeling into what we're doing here. So I'm going to rotate back and then forward. And then we're going to just take that energy across our body. Thank you for those of you that joined us for our 15-day challenge. We will be putting that up on YouTube so you can follow it along at your own pace if you missed any, or if you want to go back and just connect with one of our days. It's there for you to simply enjoy and inspire. Engage that core. Think about energy just kind of relaxing in that neck and back area, lifting it up and crossing it over the midsection. Just leave it up with just that extra moment. Kind of feel your shoulders into it. Shoulder blades in the back opening up. And then rotate around that spine. So think about pulling up out of your hips, growing that torso nice and long. Yes, feel that energy, beautiful energy. We've had spring here the last few days. It's been delightful. The sun has been shining. A couple of daffodils popped up. Go ahead and put your hands towards your body. I've had the top off in the car. There's a few buds coming out on our trees, so it's been lovely. It's always enjoyable for me. And let's do some infinity. Let's see where your shoulders are here. You can pull them back more if you want to, right? Or you can stay right here in the center. We're going to tap. It's always lovely as the seasons change, right? How we do life with the different seasons is very interesting to me. So on the 19th, this week, upcoming, is a spring equinox, which is just lovely. As we breathe into longer days here in this hemisphere, for those of you that are right here under your collarbone, a different hemisphere, I know you're going the opposite direction. I know my kids in Australia are they're in fall. And I'm off in about 10 days or something like that to go see them. So I will be doing the fall scene while everyone here is doing the spring scene. Right here in the sternum, right center of there. This really helps the white blood count cellies, the blood cellies, you know. So if you're ever feeling a little down, your human's not optimal, just work on this. But the other thing we need to remember is that where our attention goes, our energy flows, both in our thoughts and our doing. So when you're doing this work, think about, opening up the cells. It's opening up the releases of any toxins that you might have. It's creating more blood flow. It's creating more energy through your human. And also I'm going to be all over you about how much water you're drinking. Yeah. So bring it up and just nestle it on the crown. Inhaling. Yes, plenty of fluid, because water is our conduit for our energy. And so if we don't have enough water, our human cannot function. And that's the reason a lot of people end up in the hospital, and it's dehydration. Yeah, because if you're human, all your organs, your muscles, your tissue, your fascia does not have enough water, it doesn't operate. It's kind of like the switch just turns off right between your eyes right there. Open up that energy. Beautiful. over your heart. Feel good and centered. Right down there into your belly button. And at this time, don't put those shoulders forward. Try to focus them, rotating them back and down. And right there, feel the power right there, your sacral chakra. And start feeling into your feet. Where are your feet right now? We're going to go ahead and we're going to pull some energy up from our feet, up from the floor, up from the earth. Pull it up and give it a whoosh. Core is tight. And you want to whoosh. And one more beautiful whoosh. Pull that energy up. Lock it. And now you got to do the shimmy. You got to wake it up. Say good morning, good afternoon. And that's called energy zesting. And I created that little segment for us to do anytime we want to turn that energy on. Now, the other thing you can do, we're going to do it right now. Middle finger in your belly button, middle finger between your eyes. And this will help expand your lung capacity. Open up your lungs. Yeah, beautiful. And just go ahead and push that energy out and let it twinkle down. And we're going to start right at the top with our neck. I want to release any little Rice Krispies in there. Snap, crackle, pops. But you want to do this gently. And now take it back. Bring those arms up, clasp them behind your head. Take a deep breath, and on the exhale, what you want to do is tilt your head forward as you bring your elbows together. And the more you drop that head and neck against your upper back, maybe you're here. That's fine too. Feel your feet. Start activating your leg muscles, kind of feel with them. And open up that upper back, that neck. Then take those hands, clasp palms up. Bring it all the way up over your head, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Push through your hands, pushing that energy down, clasping your hands behind your back and sliding down. So you want to go all the way down. So not here, you want to actually take it and then squeezing those shoulder blades together, you want to bring your shoulders back and down. So there you have it. And go ahead up on your tippy toes. Let's see how that feels this morning. How are your calves? How does that feel into your feet? Maybe it's this evening. Maybe you're doing a wind down, or maybe you hiked already today and you're doing this afterwards. Yes. Just a little bit right there. Pull them up, feeling your calves. But you're still stretching your shoulders and your back. Perfect. We're going to slide it right on up into reverse prayer. You want to just take it right there. Choo choo. Maybe you're here. Maybe now once again. Roll them back. But while we're here, we can also practice a little bit on our balance. Just pick one foot up. Feel that. And then maybe you just pause with one up. Yeah, maybe pause with the other one up. Maybe just walk through on your tippy toes, tiptoeing through the teacups. See how light you can be on your feet. Go ahead and release. We're going to take the right up, the left down, and we're going to see where our fingers meet in the middle. Yes, where are we? I've seen so much increased range of motion in so many of my clients and people that are part of our community. As they've been doing this regularly, the range of motion is increasing dramatically. And that's part of what we're here for. You know, I told you a couple of weeks ago, I read I was listening to some podcast, and this doctor says, you know, motion is lotion for your body. And that sounds a little corny, but it sure makes sense. You know, we need to stay, people say stay active. And active, yes, active mentally, active physically, mobility of all, flexibility of all things is so very important to our well-being and to our enhanced lifestyle. I like to call it enhanced lifestyle, which means we're enjoying our humans. Inhale, let that go. And how about if we switch it up? Twinkle toe fingers. There we go. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Keep inhaling and exhaling all of that beautiful oxygen. And how about if while we're here, we just feel into our hips, feel our balance. Kind of just maybe a little hip rotation. We're still getting the stretch. 2 for 1 here. Oh, beautiful. So we're going to go side to side. And I want you to feel in to your hips. I want you to get lower down and feel back into it. And then rotate around, releasing your low back. Sabio is going to come join me now, and he is going to do some balance work. I know you love his balance work. He's spent years. Go ahead, sweetie.
Good morning. So we're going to take just a few minutes to do a little balance work. And if you caught our recent series, Re-Integrate, Flexibility Balance and Energy, you may have seen or even done some of these moves, and maybe you've done them in the past. So anyhow, just to start out, we will just start, get yourself settled, get your feet under you, knees slightly bent. Make sure you have your hips and core engaged. Take a couple deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And what we'll start out with doing is we'll start out with just raising one leg while we keep our other side nice and engaged, I like to think. Not tight. You don't want it to be tight, but you want it to be engaged. Feel your muscles. Feel your glute. Feel your quads, your hamstring, your obliques over here. Feel your abs. Try to pull your abs up and in a little bit as far as your belly button. Keep that nice and firm. And just hold this leg for a moment. And then we'll put it back down. And I'll switch sides. Pull the other leg up. You can even grab your knee if you need to help a little bit. And do this. You can put your hand behind your back if that helps you maintain a nice upright posture. You can have your hand on your side, maybe to help keep you nice and straight. Have your hand over your belly button as well, or your energy center. So whatever works, and just keep that other foot up. Make sure your leg doesn't go straight. Don't hyperextend that knee. Keep that knee nicely, just slightly bent. Feel your quads, everything. Right. So we'll switch now. Do the other side. And hold. Keep breathing. Let's try to feel a nice flow of breath and engagement. And I'll switch again. Think about bringing that foot up. Very good. And back down. Okay, for our next little move, we're going to take our left foot and put it in front of the right foot. About maybe a foot apart, roughly. So you're going to take whichever foot, put it in front of the other. And I want you to just settle into that for just a moment. Feel yourself steady. Make sure your core is engaged. And you're going to dip down on your knees slightly. And I want you to put your left arm out and your right arm down. And then we're going to bring our right foot up, keeping your knee bent. Right foot up. And then we're going to place our right foot in front of our left, just like that. And keep your arms out like this. Or if you need to steady yourself, just take a moment. All right. And then we're going to go the opposite direction. We're going to take our right foot up, bring our left arm down, and then we're going to move our right foot back behind our left foot in a straight line, sinking into my left knee and keeping my upper body loose but engaged through my core. And then we're going to go back the other way, up. Our left arm goes out as my my right leg comes forward. And then I bend my left knee a little bit and sink into that. And we'll hold. Now, most of my weight right now is on my back foot. I may want to shift that forward just a little bit by pushing my hips forward. I don't want to lean forward. I want to push my hips. Okay. And then back. And very good. So now we'll switch sides. My right foot is forward. And I'm going to bring my left foot from behind my right foot. I'll move back just a little. And then we're going to bring it up while extending my right arm out. And then my left foot goes in front of my right. And my right knee bends a little bit. And I sink in to that pose. Very good. And then back, up, and behind my foot as I extend my left arm out. There you go. And hold that. Notice where your weight is now. Might be a little bit on your front foot, but you want to feel fairly centered. Feel that. Feel what it feels like. All right, so shake it out. Shake your legs out. We're going to do one more real quick, and then I'll hand it back to Gina for our floor work. So our last one we're going to do today is we're going to bring our right leg up first, or your left leg, if it, depending on how your camera view is. And I am going to take my left hand and place it over my belly button, my right hand over my sternum, and I've got my leg up, and then I'm going to just engage and push my heel away from my body while focusing on engaging my core to stay upright. And I'm going to hold that out. Now you might be here, which is okay. Meet yourself where you're at. You don't have to copy what I do exactly, but the principle is to bring your leg up, push it out, maintain that balance through your core. Core is your power. All right, so one more time. Okay, now let's switch. Go the opposite leg. Bring it up. And hello.
Hey.
Low distraction. Squirrel. And then we're going to push that leg out. Sorry, I should have switched so I got my right hand over my belly button now. Left hand up on my sternum.
Now, if you are not as core tight
yes,
as Savio, what I want you to do is I want you to do the same thing. Go ahead, use
excellent.
Wally.
Yeah.
Your friend Wally.
Use a wall. So if you look like this.
So you still, and don't sink into that hip.
Yeah.
Pull it up, but and then play with taking your fingers off, and then stay still. And once again, instead of leaning in, pull up, and then just play with how that works.
Exactly.
And then you'll just switch to the other side. So that's just an option. If your core is not as engaged and tight as Sabio's, you want to get there, be sure and just use Wally.
I couldn't agree more. I use a wall almost every workout to do some things, and it's amazing what you can do with a wall. So with that, practice those things for a few minutes every day, whenever you get the chance. These are moves that you can do while waiting in the line at the grocery store, waiting for your Starbucks, whatever. Don't let people fool you into thinking you have to do this for a long time. But a little balance work will pay off huge for you. Thank you, Gina, and we'll see you. All right.
Thank you. Yeah. So remember how important our energy focus, our core, all of that is so vitally important. We're going to go down now, and Bo's going to go in the other room. I know he is. He's excited to. You're going to go to the other room, Bo? I'm going to take it on down. Well, actually, I'm not going to take it all. Yeah, we'll take it all the way. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, is this time to play? Can you? Yes. Like I always say, we are a family. This is a family affair. You're all part of our family. I think community is so, so vitally important. We have us just to dive in for the moment. And I want you to keep your back flat. I want you to engage your core. Your shoulders are down. And just tilt forward. Forward. And you're releasing that low back. Releasing your hips. Your IT bands. Yes. Beautiful. So I love tulips, and I buy tulips every week. And this week's tulips have been magical. They're kind of reddish orange with yellow, and their limbs and leaves and stems are all different angles, and they're opening up at different dimensions. So they're very, very special. They're like little angels. Okay, what I want you to do now is we're going to go on to all fours, but it's basically, I'll do it this way for you. It's basically a full body child's pose. So instead of what we would normally do, we're going to just take it up and then roll back right here, staying on your toes. Right there. Open up those shoulder blades. Take it back down. Feel that body. Round, round, round. Take it up on those toes.
Excellent.
Take it down. Nice big breath. And one more. Up there on your toes. Push up that booty. Pull in that core. Yes, yes, yes. See if you can go further up on those toes. Hello, quads. Perfect. Now we'll just do a couple. I'll come forward. Put your arms right underneath your body. You want to inhale up. And we're going to go ahead and arch our back, lifting our chin up, and your booty up, gaze up. It's always great, spend some time during the day, just stop and look up. It'll lift your spirits, it'll lift your energy. It's just a subtle adjustment in your human with such wonderful results. Take a deep breath, just push through. Go ahead, round that back, bring your belly button to your spine, and drop your head. And inhale, push through. And inhale, and round. Open up those shoulders. Okay, now we're going to do the frog. I just kind of want to just sit there. Oh, yeah. Just however you can go. However you can sit into your frog, working the pelvic floor. Yeah. You're opening your inner thighs. You're feeling your glutes, your low back, your IT bands. Oh, yeah. Just have a moment, have a thought. So my words for today, I was reading a beautiful piece, and it talked about imagination and enthusiasm together. And I thought, oh, how beautiful. That is so powerful. So now we're going to go from here, and you're going to put your right foot forward, and then you're going to just slide your left leg back, and you're going to just move into it. So you're feeling the front of that left leg. You're feeling the front of that left leg. So I thought it was so beautiful thinking about enthusiasm and creativity. We've talked about creativity, but enthusiasm. What do you have enthusiasm about in life? What brings out that extra little zing in that? I love the word enthusiasm. I even like how it sounds. So you need to just push down a little more to get that left hip flexor. And then go ahead and just pull back and flex your right foot. You're going to feel that in your hamstring. And just put your attention on the back of that leg. If you can, flex that foot, because remember, when we flex our feet or we push into our heel, it really activates those muscles quickly. And this should open up your low back. Just breathe into it. Beautiful. Now, so switch sides. That left foot forward. You're going to open up the hip flexor on the right leg. Just keep going into it. Feel into your foot too. Feel the energy in your feet. How are your feet feeling today? Good, good. So yesterday we went to the park and sat in the park, the beautiful place where we film outside when it's warm enough, but it wasn't quite warm enough this morning. We're excited to get back to the park. It's one of our favorite things to do right there on the river. It's to stretch in community. Or I love the way I heard it phrased, common unity. You know, community being common unity. I love that. Go ahead and push back. Flex that left foot. You're going to feel that hamstring on the left leg. Lean back into it. Excellent. How does that feel? Feels pretty darn good, Gina. Now you're going to just go ahead and take that leg over and sit on your hip. We're going to lay down on our side. Get comfortable. You can nestle your head however works best for your support of that neck. We're going to keep our left leg bent. We're going to pick up, bend the right knee, hold on to the shin, focus that energy. What we're doing is we're working the belly of the quadricep right there. So you're going to adjust your knee down and back. Down and back. And breathe into it. Feel this front of that leg going, ooh, yeah. Oftentimes it's hard to balance your quadriceps and your hamstrings, the front and back of the leg. And oftentimes when they're not as balanced, our hamstrings will just grab, much like a piano chord, just, ooh, yes. Does it feel good? Now what we're going to do is you're going to put your right knee, stack your knees together, extend your arms out. Then I want you to take your right arm up and over, and you're going to open up that back, and that you'll feel your pec. Oh, yes. And look at that right hand. And you're breathing. I'm sure you're breathing. Just open up that chest. Inhale. Bring that hand back. We're going to switch sides. Swing it on around. Get comfortable. Bending that right knee, then bend the left up. Take that shin, pull back. So you're going to feel a little bit of your hip flexor and then get right into that quadricep. You want to go down and back to create what you need. Feeling good. Like we knew we would. So next week, we'll be here talking about what our enthusiasm for the week was. Do let me know. I love it when you drop comments. You can also DM me anytime right here at Strength, Stretch, and Shine. And don't forget to pop on YouTube. Join us. Subscribe to our community and the access to the stretches whenever you want them. And that feels good. Pull it back just a little more so you get a little more into that hip flexor and into that quad. Stack your knees, hands and palms together. Inhale. Exhale, take it over. Look to the left. And open it up. Are you breathing? Inhale, bring it back. And nice deep breath. We're going to go ahead and roll over onto our back. We're going to put our right foot on our left leg and we're going to open up. We want to make sure that your low back is relaxed. Both of your hips are anchored to the floor and you're opening up the whole right side. Just open into it. Make sure that that left foot is flat and activate using your heel to activate that left quad and to keep your low back flat on the floor. So we're opening up here and we're strengthening here. Remember as we stretch that we lengthen and strengthen. I'm not centered. I don't think so. Sorry about that, folks. There we go. Set adjustment. We're lengthening and strengthening it all. So you can even pull your toes up if you really want to anchor with that heel. Beautiful. And release that tension in the upper torso. Release those shoulder blades. Take a deep breath. Let's switch sides. Go ahead, activate, pull up the toes on that right foot. Make sure you keep both hips anchored to the ground. So we open up that left side and strengthen the right quad. Opening up that left, the whole hip area, the hip and booty. Couple breaths. And today, we're going to breathe on the floor. We're going to go ahead. However you're comfortable. Some people need to keep their knees bent. Some people might want, if you're going to put all the way flat out, you might want something I suggest for today that would just bend our knees. Feet are flat. And just put your hands either over your core or your heart, wherever you want to go. But this is a really great way for us to watch our breathing. And that is we're using the same format of breathing where we're going to inhale 2 while we make it a big Buddha belly. Then we're going to inhale, continuing inhaling through our nose as we expand our ribs for 2. And then we're going to open our chest for 2. And then we're going to exhale. And you can put your hand right here, put both hands if you want to. And we're going to pull our belly button to our spine, exhaling through your mouth. And you want to push all of that away. Inhale, make a big Buddha belly. Expand your ribs. Open your chest. Push it all out. Feel your feet into the floor. Relaxing your low back. Deep breath through that nose. Buddha belly. Expand those ribs. Open that chest. If you want to close your eyes, go ahead and do it at your own pace. We're inhaling. We're expanding. We're opening. And we're exhaling. Do one more pattern at your own rate. Just come back to your normal breathing. Bring your knees to your chest. You can open your eyes and just round that lower back. Feel how good it feels. Oh, yes. Lovely. And go ahead, fingertips behind your knees. Bring it on up. Just sit comfortably. And I want you to roll your shoulders back. Acknowledge that you've given your human an absolute gift using your oxygen and your balance, spending time to create a beautiful space for yourself. Bring your arms back, open them wide, sit tall. Give your human a great big hug. I love each and every one of you, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. If you enjoyed this, click the like button. If you want to be a part of our community, please do subscribe. I am Gina Bieland, the creator, founder, and chief energy officer, right here at Strength, Stretch, and Shine, where we're all about flexibility, balance, and strength for your mind, your body, and your soul. And until next time, be flexible.